Yeah, welcome to Impressive Creative channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make a fabric suitcase. It's a long video because I want us to have a better understanding and it will be easier for us to make ours. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to it. The materials needed are listed. Please check it and enjoy the video. I have two Ankara materials here. This is the first one, this is the second one. Each is 19 inches by 15 inches. 19 by 15 inches. And what I will do next, I want to get a circular shape at the edges. So I'm going to get a mug. This is about 3.5 inches. The mug is about 3.5 inches. I want to bend it into half. Then into half. The same thing for the second one. And carefully place the two on top of each other. I want to draw the curve. And then I will use my scissors to trim it. I want to stretch it. We can see the curve shape. So the next thing I want to do, I want to cut the lining. I want to cut the line. This is my lining, 2 pieces. I made it 1 inch bigger than the material. This is 20 inches by 16 inches. I have 20 by 16 inches here, 1 inch bigger than the material. I have 2 pieces here. And then I have my PVC transparent sheet. This is the PVC transparent sheet. Like the lining, it's 1 inch bigger than the fabric, 20 inches by 16 inches. And I'm going to trim it. I'm going to trim the lining. I'm going to trim this too. What I want to use this for, I want to use it to cover the fabric. So that it can preserve it, can you see? Before then, you can see that my fabric is light. I want to add my interfacing. This is the heavy one, heavyweight one. It's heavy. This is the shiny part. I'm going to iron the shiny part to the wrong side, not the right side, the wrong side. Or you can sew. Sometimes I prefer sewing. I'll just sew it, the shiny part to the wrong side, and then I trim it off. So I'll first start with this. I'll do it for both pieces of material so that it can be more heavy, and then I'll place my PVC transparent sheet on top of it. I have my polyester belt, 2 pieces, length 44 inches by 1.5 inches. This is 44 inches long by 1.5 inches long. What I will do now is I want to measure 4 3/4 inches, 4.75. I mark. At the bottom, before the curve, 4.75 inches I mark. And then I rule a line. The same thing for the other side. I've attached the transparent sheet. You can see the excess. I'm yet to trim it. I've trimmed the other one. You can see it's round. I've trimmed it. And the next thing I want to do, I want to attach the handle. 4.75 inches. I mark. At the down part, 4.75 inches. I mark again, I roll. So on the roll part, I'll place my belt. I'm going to sew at this edge, can you see? And also at this edge, I'm going to sew. And then I'm going to extend it to this side. Make sure this is going straight. Can you see the curve line is going straight? Make sure. And then this is the road line. This is the road line. So I'm not placing it, I'm placing it like this. This is the road line. And so I'm going to sew this edge. I'm going to sew this edge and this edge. So I'll sew straight like this, and then cross, and then go straight. And then after sewing, I will reinforce this place again. I will sew here 1.5 inches, from here to 1.5 inches straight, like a box. And then if you look at the back, I've used this material, so when I'm pulling, it will not tear. So where this 2 inches is, just place the material on top of it, whether leather, fabric, just make it stronger. So when you are pulling, this will not tear. My lining here, I want to have a side pocket. This is also the lining. The measurement is 15 inches by 12 inches. I have a soft interface here. This is the right side, and so this is the wrong side. I'm going to bend it. I'm going to sew from here to here, and then stop here, leave 2 inches. I'll start again from here to here. The 2 inches for me to turn it to the right side. I'm going to trim the edges. Then I turn it. I turn it to the right side. And let's remember that the lining is 1 inch bigger than the fabric. So I've pinned this. Can you see the pins? I've pinned it on it. From here to here, 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. From the side, 5 inches. Also the side, 5 inches. So what I want to do, I want to divide it into half. Let me measure. This is 11 inches. So I will divide this into 5.5 inches. So I already use pin. I will sew this down like this, and then sew from here to here. So this line is dividing this pocket. So I have one here, and then I have one here. You can see the 2 pockets. So we are done with this. The fabric. I want to get this shape at all edges. So I'm going to bend, trace, trim, the same thing for this. I've pinned this place. I've pinned this place too. What I want to do, there will be zip round here. It will stop here. It will start from here. It will stop here. From here, round. So this place, there won't be any zip. So I'm going to measure from here to here, which is 23 1/4. If I measure from here to here, the one that won't have zip is 23 1/4. I'll add 1 inch for the sewing allowance on both sides, so it will be 24 1/4. 23 1/4 plus 1 inch, that's 24 1/4 inches. Now from here, measuring this is 41 inches. I'm going to add 1 inch, making 42 inches. So I'm going to cut. I've already cut it. Can you see? So this is 41 inches plus 1 inch, making 42 inches for this side. I've used my interfacing. I'm supposed to cover it with the PVC sheet. And then I've cut this one, the short one, that is 23 1/4. I've cut it, but there's a mistake. It's not supposed to be the same height, because I'm going to attach zip to this. This should be longer than this. The width of this is 7.5 inches. this two is 7.5 inches. It's not supposed to be. I have 7.5 inches here and 7.5. This is a mistake because I'm supposed to attach the zip. Now the increase the zip gives is what's supposed to be the width of this. So this, I'm going to cut this again. I hope we understand. What I will do now is just cover this long one with PVC sheet. This is the zipper. This is the zipper head. Different types. This is another type. I want to open it up. Can you see? And then insert. And then the other side. I pull. Can you see? The other side. The same thing for the other side. Insert. I pull. So I have this. Now this is the lining. Is a bit longer than the fabric. I'm going to trim the excess later. Now this is the zip. I'm placing it at the edge. Can you see the edge of the lining? This is the right side. I'm placing it at the edge. Can you see? At the edge. And then this is the fabric with a PVC sheet on top of it. The back. Can we see what I'm doing? At this edge, not this edge, not the lower one, at the upper one, this one. So I place it like this. After pinning, I'm going to sew from this edge to the lower edge. Can you see what I did? The right side of the lining, I place the zip at the edge, the fabric at the wrong side, and I'm going to stitch from this edge to the other edge. And so what I will do next, I will top stitch on this. Can you see the back? So I'm going to like 1/4 inch from the beginning to the end. Now after stitching, I want to measure from here to here is 8 1/4. From here, can you see? From the top of the zip down is 8 1/4. We cut it. You know, I had cut this earlier using the same measurement. 7.5 inches is wrong. I want to have measured from here to this edge, which is 8 1/4. So I'm going to cut another piece, the same length, 24 1/4, but the height now will not be 7.5. It will be 8 1/4 inches. If I join this to this side, it's shorter. Can you see? So that's why you have to measure from the zip, from this edge to this edge, and it's 8 1/4. Now this is the lining. I have this. I'm going to place it on top. Can you see? This on top of this at the edge. Can you see? Remember the lining is bigger. I'm going to trim this now. I'm placing this, the right side facing the right side. I'm going to turn. I'm bringing this. Can you see? I'm bringing this to meet this. This, can you see the edge? This is joining this from the zip, from this, because this is longer, from the zip edge, this is joining this, and then I turn. I've turned it, so I'm bringing this to join this. Wrong side facing wrong side, right side facing right side, and then I pin. Can you see? I pin it. After pinning, can you see the excess zip? I'm going to trim it away. So to make it easier for me to sew, I just turn it. Can you see? I'll sew this edge and this edge. The two edges I'm going to sew. On the two edges, can you see? So I'm going to turn. I'm going to turn it. And now looking at this stitches, I'll maintain it. I'll join the lining at the edge. I'm going to sew using the same line. I'm going to sew it all through till I get to this edge. Can you see? And the same thing, I'll sew the lining to the edge, starting from here. I'm going to sew it till I get to this place. Now you'll have noticed that the lining is excess. After sewing the upper part and the lower part, I will now trim the lining. Don't trim before sewing. You will have sewn this part, the upper part, the lower part, and then trim the excess lining. Before sewing the lining to the fabric, I stop stitch the sides, you can see. So what I will do now, I want to get the middle. This on top, this edge, can you see the sewn part at the side on top of each other? And then I will notch here, and then the other side too. I will notch this place. I will notch. The other side. I'm going to fold this to get the middle. Fold. Notch. At the bottom. I'm going to turn this. So the zip part, this is the upper part, the zip part too, the notch part. On top of this, the midpoint, I'm going to pin. The other notch part. I've sewn it round. I want to place the lining, so I'm going to bend this. I'm bending the wrong side. This is the wrong side. Can you see? I've not shaped it. You can shape yours when you are cutting, and remember this is in excess. I'm going to trim. I'm just going to follow the curve shape, and so I'll pin. I want to sew it round, following the shape. I didn't shape it, following the shape curve. So starting from here, round. I come here. I'm going to stop here. From here to here is 8 inches. I'm not going to sew it so that I can turn to the right side. So if I get it, I'm going to stop. There will be no sewing around this place. I continue here and then I stop here again where I started from. So I am leaving 8 inches so that I can turn it to the right side. Can you see the lining? I've trimmed the excess. This is the space I left. I will turn it. I'll turn it to the right side. So I'm doing that now. I've turned it. Can you see the unsewn part? I'm going to iron and then I'll make my invisible stitch or blind stitch. I'll use blind stitch or invisible stitch to sew this part. So I'm going to first iron it neatly and then invisible stitch. For the blind stitch, I'm starting from here. I'm inserting the needle from the back. Pull. I cross it over opposite side. The opposite side is dark. I'm using black. From where this ends, I will start from the opposite side. From where this stops, I start from the opposite side. I go to, for where this ends, I start from the opposite side again. And I continue like that till I get to the end of the stitch. My invisible stitch. Now I want to place the second fabric like the first one. Place it like this. I notch. At the top, I find the midpoint and notch. At the bottom, I notch again. And then the other side again. The midpoint, I notch like this. So this is the upper part where the handle is. Can we see this? This is the upper part too. So right side facing right side. I'm going to use my pins, and then after, like the first one, I stitch it round. I'm going to use my pin to attach it. The notch parts facing each other, the notch part facing each other, and then pin round. This is the second side, and so I want to place the lining. The first, the second. I want to place the lining. Can you see? Like the first one, this is the right side, this is the wrong side. Remember, this is the upper part, the pocket, so this is the wrong side. I'm going to pin and then sew like the first one, but remember you leave 8 inches, you leave 8 inches here to turn it over. I've turned it. I'm going to cover it all by using my invisible stitch as I did the earlier one.